So we every the end of every month we do a kind of an industry update as far as what we know is going on in the real estate and in the note and mortgage space, right? I mean, if you didn't know that, if people didn't know that, right now is a great time to be in the business if you know the right strategies, right? With creative financing and hey, guess what's back, ladies and gentlemen? Non-performing loans.
There's a shocker.
I've got our update that we did last week with our, with some slides and so on. So if you want me to show those, that's great, or we can just talk through everything.
Listen, I'd love to see the graphics because I know you guys work hard on those things.
So whenever you're ready, I will. Sharu brings it up. I will be ready to rock, guys.
Excellent.
Very good. So, guys, we'll make this. And again, if I'll send these slides to you guys if any of your folks want them. So, as we know, well, pardon me.
I said yes. Please do send it to us. Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Love to have these.
So mortgage rates, right, continue a downward spiral, right? I haven't checked this week, but they are down a bit. We can see that, the 30-year fixed, and I'm going to get my pen here so I can be really fancy, guys. The 30-year fixed rate over here is 2.78. Here's the ARM, the adjustable rate, but look at the 15-year rate, right? So it is, never been a lower interest rates, guys. So again, we said real estate's on fire. So we go to the next slide here. And guys, Wendy, Bill, Jonathan, mortgage credit availability index. This is how easy that it is, or how difficult it is for folks to go out there and get a new mortgage, right? So rates are way down. And so we look over here in this column here, right? This is kind of when the pandemic started. So mortgage credit, and this is put out by the Mortgage Bankers Association, right? We're just not making this stuff up, was somewhere in the mid 180s, right? So pretty simple to get a loan, right? So we see that, boom, it just drops off a cliff, in June of last year. And then and then boom, look, in the first part of this year, it starts to come back up. And this is the latest stuff, right? Now it has dropped down to 118.8. What does that mean? Well, if you wanted to go out and get one of those 2.78% rates or 2.12% rates, it's going to be a little more difficult for you, right? The average profile of someone that's going to get that low rate now is you're going to have a credit score of north of 750. You're going to have to put at least 20% down. And you're going to have a debt to income ratio of overall of no more than about 35%. So, yeah, the rates are like that. But, hey, rates are low, but it's harder to get them. And then we look at this, right? 2 days ago, purchase of luxury homes surge. Luxury home, 1.25 million, 1.025 million. It's gone up 25% year over year. I'm sorry, median sales. Look at that, 88.2%. Those have gone up, and they've gone up across the board, right? Expensive here, mid-priced here, here in the affordable, and then the most affordable. So, guys, we know, right, that real estate is on fire. It just everything, those indicators are there. Days on market are down. All of those crazy things are happening out there in the market. The opportunity for folks like us, for you guys, and for us in the note space is that those folks, those 30 or 35% of the folks that could get a loan last year, that have money to put down, they have good credit, they just don't have stability of income can't get a regular loan. So what does that mean? Well, that means we show them how to do a creative finance deal. You guys loan them money to go out and do that. And we know that the interest rates on non-qualified mortgages, right? Those are qualified mortgages. Those low rates are in the 6 to 10% rate at a commercial bank. So, opportunities, yes. So we see that side of the business, and we see that according to Redfin, investors snap up more single family homes during the pandemic, right? So investors are just out there and they're looking. Look, that's up 16.1% on the multifamily, or the multifamily is up here, but this just continues to tick up, right? So investors, typically investors that are buying, less than 10 houses a year, 10 houses or less, well, they're jumping in from multifamily into single family again because, well, everybody thinks that's the way to go, right? So then we see that side of the business, and then we see the other side of the business, right? And this was from 10 days ago or so when Wall Street Journal reported that, wow, end of eviction moratorium coming up. 8 million landlords own 1 to 10 properties. And we know that, well, most of those haven't received rents for quite a while. So what happens on last Friday? Monday. CDC issues new eviction ban effective through October 3rd. Guys, look at this. 11 million Americans are behind on their rents, and as the Delta variant surges. So we've got real estate on fire up top here, and then on the other side of that, we've got things like this happening. So here's what we know. Here's the kind of the underbelly of all of that. Landlords are owed $55 to $65 billion in unpaid rents. The states have received $47 billion, right, Wendy? You go,
Yeah.
$3 billion of that has been distributed, right? And this has been out there for a little while. 1.74 million loans are still in forbearance. Right now, they're not all of those will end up, going into foreclosure, but a pretty good percentage, right? 2 million homes are somewhere in some state of default. And so that's, we're bumping up there around 4 million. And guys, think about it like this. At any given time in the U.S., there are 53 million single family first mortgages. So, that's a pretty high percentage of that, right? That's about almost 8-9%. Now, here's the crazy thing, right? People thought that everything was going really well prior to the pandemic, and talked to Chaz Gwynn from Revolve Capital yesterday. And there are 5.5 million legacy non-performing loans in the system, which means they predated the pandemic. Can you believe that's crazy, isn't it? Wow. So when I say non-performing loans are out there, they're there. And this is, this sounds good on one side, right? 91.8% of borrowers made their monthly payments last month. But that means almost 8.2% didn't, and that represents millions and millions and millions of non-performing loans. So, it is an amazing time out there in that. What is it that's what can we say about that, right? There is an opportunity in creative financing. There's an opportunity for all of us, Bill, in this non-performing space that's popping up as well.
You're muted.
Sorry.
You're muted, Bill.
Yeah, I know. I just like moving my lips. This is what really gets to me is that the CDC does not have any authority to put a ban on evictions. Right?
I didn't get into the political part of it. I was going to let you do that.
The president himself stood right up on a podium and, Wendy, you need to put a battery in that camera because it's getting ready to go away.
Oh. I'll do my best to make that happen.
Yeah, there's that big red light blinking between the two of them, right?
As soon as the-
Anyway, the president stood right up at the podium and said, yes, it's probably not legal, but by the time you go through your judiciary to fight it, it's going to end anyway. But the way things are going, you might as well go ahead and fight it because they'll try to extend it again.
I said it, and so I was thinking Monday rolls around, we were getting ready to do a podcast, and by God, it came through, right? 4:30 Monday afternoon.
But see, and here's the thing, and I get why government wants to protect consumers, but no one cares about businesses, small businesses. Small businesses get killed in these circumstances because your bigger businesses have the lobby. They have plenty of capital. It's the small mom and pops, landlord and businesses that get smashed in these things. Nobody cares about those folks. Most people that own rental property have a little bit of leverage on it. If they're smart, their leverage was fairly low. But the way things are with interest rates being so low, a lot of people took cash out to buy new properties with. and I get that. And that's one of the things I try to tell people all the time that are owning single family, get as many of these really low cost mortgages as possible. But please, whatever you do, don't go above 70% in your leverage because you never know what happens. You need to keep some equity in there.
Yeah.
Now, the good folks that I understand that are renting out properties and had good communications with their tenants, most of those people are all paying. But I do really feel sorry for the landlords who are they're going to end up losing their properties, and there's nothing they can do about it. And it's all government mandated.
That's right.
Well, imagine that $47 billion that's been sent to the states, and $3 billion has been distributed. And this just didn't happen yesterday. The states have had it for a while.
Yeah. And you're wondering, what the deal is. Do they not have the personnel to put it out there? Or are they just hanging on to it for themselves? Because they legally, they can't spend it on anything other than rent assistance. Right.